They call it Overtoun Bridge, a beautiful, ornate Victorian archway nestled in the Scottish countryside. But since the 1950s, this place has become synonymous with an unnerving mystery, a silent, terrifying phenomenon that haunts the very stones of its construction. And it begins with our most loyal companions. What force compels them? Over 600 times, dogs have inexplicably launched themselves from the same narrow section of this bridge, a 50-foot drop into the ravine below. The sheer number is horrifying, but it's the pattern that truly chills. Always on clear days. Always from the same weathered parapet. Always dogs with long snouts. Why this precise, deadly ritual? Roughly 50 of these beloved creatures never returned, their lives tragically ended by an unseen force. But even more disturbing are the survivors. Some, against all odds, crawled back up the steep embankment, only to return to that very same spot and jump again, as if drawn by an irresistible, malevolent pull. What beckons them? The scientists arrived, seeking answers. Their first theory, the scent of mink, a powerful, alluring aroma from creatures nesting below the bridge. Perhaps the dogs, with their keen sense of smell, were simply overwhelmed, drawn to a fatal chase. It seemed plausible, a rational explanation for the inexplicable, but it wasn't enough. The mink theory faltered. The jumps happened far too frequently, even when no mink were present. So they considered structural resonance. Could the bridge itself hum at a frequency only dogs could perceive, driving them to desperation? A subtle vibration, a silent scream. But extensive testing revealed no such phenomenon. The bridge remained unnervingly still. Then came the talk of magnetic anomalies. Perhaps a localized disruption in the Earth's magnetic field, disorienting the dogs, leading them astray. A cosmic influence, a hidden energy pulling at their instincts. Researchers probed the ancient stones with their instruments, but they found nothing unusual, only the cold, hard rock. The mystery deepened. Each scientific attempt, each reasoned hypothesis dissolved into the cold Scottish air. The bridge defied logic. It stood, a silent, ominous monument to an unsolved enigma. The locals whispered of something older, something darker, a malevolent spirit, an ancient curse. Superstition battled with scientific frustration, and the jumps continued. The dread built slowly, seeped into the very fabric of the community. A beautiful landmark transformed into a place of fear. People began to avoid the Overtoun Bridge, hurrying past, pulling their dogs closer. A pervasive sense of unease settled over the glen. What unspeakable force was at play? What dark energy resided within those stones? Then, in 1994, the bridge claimed a different kind of victim. A man, overcome by a terrifying delusion, walked onto the Overtoun. His name was Kevin Moy, and in his arms he carried his infant son. The air hung heavy, thick with unspoken horror. The bridge, it seemed, was not content with only dogs. He stood at the same parapet, the very spot where countless dogs had met their end. And with a chilling conviction, Kevin Moy threw his baby son over the side. He told police, with a chilling calm, that he believed the bridge was evil, that it needed a sacrifice. A darkness had consumed him, orchestrated by the bridge itself. Could it be true? Miraculously, both Kevin Moy and his child survived the fall. A twisted mercy from the abyss, but the psychological damage was profound. Moy was later found not guilty by reason of insanity. The courts recognized a mind twisted, not by inherent malice, but by an external, incomprehensible force. The bridge's influence was undeniable. Overtoun Bridge stands still today, a silent sentinel over a dark history. The scientific explanations failed, the superstitions persist, and the question remains, What unseen entity, what ancient malevolence truly resides within those cold Gothic stones? What whispers does the wind carry, luring the innocent to their doom?